Here's a situation. You are checking your accuracy via target value calculations. What you need is a way to use conditional formatting when you hit your target value to color it a certain color, like bright green, even if there are potential rounding errors. So let's take a look at this example. This is a very, very simple example on a very complicated spreadsheet, what would be a very complicated spreadsheet in reality. I'm pulling from two different sources, and there are complicated formulas behind both. If they come up with the same answer, then I'm spot on. Problem is, this can be located on a different tab in a different place than this. So it's hard or difficult and time consuming to go through my tabs and make sure I'm getting the right answers everywhere I need to get them. So what I'll do on a complicated spreadsheet is make another tab, and I'll call it a checked value tab, which I will hide before I send it out. But it's going to have all my checked values, because if I'm pulling from two different sources and I subtract them, then the answer should be 0. If it's 0, I'm spot on. Well, what makes this go a little quicker is if I can color it bright green, for example, to make it pop out so I can see it out of the corner of my eye. So, I mean, I can sit here and look at this and say, okay, 100, 100, I'm spot on. But like I said, these are not going to be right next to each other. So I'm going to come over here. I'm using Excel 2010. Go to conditional formatting, equal to 0. I said bright green, so I'm going to go custom formatting, more colors, find bright green, click OK, click OK, click OK. It didn't highlight green. Why not? Because this $100 may or may not be exactly $100. This $100 may or may not be exactly $100, meaning that the decimal points may be carried far out, so that my check value, even though visually it says 0, I'm only showing 2 decimal points, and it's probably not exactly 0. And since I'm using money, I really don't care about anything that's less than a penny. So anything less than a penny is within my acceptable range. If I can come within 0 as far as penny increments are concerned, then I'm spot on. So I'm not going to use conditional formatting exactly 0 or equal to 0. I'm going to use a range instead. So I'm going to come back up here, hit Edit Rule, change equal to between. I'm going to pick a really small number on the negative side, and I'm going to go to the same number on the positive side. Apply, OK, and there we go. It pops out. I can see this out of the corner of my eye. It makes things a little faster. If I was way off, that would be the answer. What I could do up here, I could color this red. So if I am spot on, the green takes over. The red would be the unconditional formatting color of the cell. But when I get within my range, it'll switch. So if I'm off, boom, and if I'm on, boom. Makes it much quicker to check accuracy. Let me show you what I did here. Very simple technique. I used conditional formatting on an acceptable range instead of exactly 0, when I know that the way to check for accuracy is to subtract 2 answers that should be the same. And that is the way to solve this need.